Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We got a great show on for you tonight. Man, I'm telling you, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to miss this show. Name of the show is What's Next. We got a lot going on out here today. I mean, we got executive orders going left and right. I'm talking about, man, it's just it's just wild. Okay, so we definitely go see what's going on. Like and share the page. Y'all know how to do this. Continue to put it on your Facebook, highlight or either at everyone on your Facebook page. We're gonna try to get our viewership up. Hey, we apologize for the last couple of weeks, but we had the Super Bowl and technical difficulties last week. So we back on tonight, and we back on. That's just the way it goes.
You already know it's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. At highlight. We're on YouTube as well. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. Make sure you're hitting that like button on YouTube over and over and over again. It boosts the algorithm. If you can't share, just sit there and just poke on the like button for us. Let's go get us going. It's time to tell the truth.
All right. Now, we're getting about ready to get it popping. We're going to just give a little intro into what we got going on tonight. As everybody know, man, Trump done had about 300-400 executive orders. So many we can't keep up with. But we're going to get into a few of them. It's one that I really do like, though, man. I mean, I like it above everything else. All the stuff he's doing, I like a lot of it, a bunch of it. Some of them not so good, some of them so good. But I'm telling you right now, this particular one that we're going to dive into off the beginning, I think personally is the best one that he ever done. It's the faith-based office that he put into the White House. He turned it was called something else, but he made it into faith-based. Because what I've noticed over the last few years that Christians has been getting attacked. Okay, the Christians have been getting attacked for their belief, and everything they was doing was trying to wipe Christianity out of it. I'm telling you, they just been trying to get Christianity up out of here, up out of here. So we wanted to look into what Trump has put in place as far as that. Now, we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff tonight. We're going to talk about the Kendrick Lamar thing. I mean, everybody got an opinion about that and what Kendrick Lamar was trying to put out or what he was saying in his message. Personally, I think he should have just did the show. You know what I'm saying? I think he just should have did the show, bro, and nothing else, But we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. We got everything from Elon Musk and people talking about Social Security. We even got things we talking about $5,000 checks they trying to give to us. I know everybody want that if you get it. I mean, people saying maybe this, maybe that. If you don't want to, I'll take it. If you mad at Donald Trump, I'll take it. I'm just saying. You send it my way. I'll definitely be up on it.
First, we're going to look at this executive order, and I'm going to let you go over it while we skim through it a little bit.
Okay.
Hold on, I think that might be the wrong one. Hold on, that's the wrong one. Let me get it up here. I hope they give it to us.
Yeah.
Because this is the one right here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
All right. Now, this right here is an executive order signed by Donald Trump. We're going to scroll up a little bit so y'all can see. To establish a White House faith office. That is huge. I mean, you're talking about the man being a tyrant and all of this.
A racist, a bigot.
Yeah, a bigot, a racist. The man believes in faith. We're going to read a little bit of what that said down there. I mean, y'all can read along with us. President Donald Trump signed an executive order on Friday to establish the White House Faith Office as part of the Domestic Policy Council. The order renames the existing White House Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives. Okay, the order says the new office will consult with faith-based leaders on topics including defending religious liberty and the promotion of adoption and foster care programs, which is huge. And that take away from a bunch of abortions. I know what that's about. It will advise on policy implementations throughout the federal government and help faith-based organizations procure government grants, among other responsibilities. Trump said Thursday that he wants to root out, this is what's big to me, root out anti-Christian bias in the U.S., announcing that he was forming a task force led by Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate the targeting of Christians. Now, let me say this. If you don't think Christians has been targeted, well, then you better be having another thing coming. Everything that was did on the last administration was about targeting Christians. And what are most black people? Christians, and a lot of white people, Christians. And when you target Christians, you absolutely going against every narrative there is about doing good, to me.
Yeah, and then they have you targeting your own. They have Christians targeting Christians just because everybody's so wrapped up in thinking that the Democratic Party is for us.
Right, exactly. I haven't been so disappointed in a group of people, especially the faith leaders out here, the big time preachers that won't mention nothing about none of this stuff. Man, come on, man. I asked the preacher about it. The preacher told me, well, what about Trump saying he'll grab a woman's crotch? Look here, man. That was locker room talk. He wasn't out here putting that. Somebody else put that out there.
I mean, that was
he didn't put that out
but
there.
That's a human being a human.
Yeah.
You think Obama ain't never said nothing like that?
He actually have. I'm sure he have. They just didn't have it taped where they could show it back. He wasn't out there speaking that in public. That's a whole different ball game. I'm telling you, it's a whole different ball game. Human beings gonna be human, men gonna be men. But when we start putting that stuff out there, that's a problem, man. Hey, we see you missed opportunity and gaslighter. We see y'all out there. Thanks for joining in. I'm telling you, man, this thing is huge. When you stop targeting Christians, and that's what's been going on. I heard the other day when Trump called Zelensky a dictator. People got mad about that, calling him a dictator when he's going against Putin. But the fact of the matter is, he targeted all the Christians. He cut out every Christian thing over in Ukraine, everything Christian. And he turned around and didn't have an election. That's what dictators do, not having an election, bro. He ain't had no election over there. That's why Putin disrespects him right now, because he don't feel like he's legitimate, because you're supposed to have an election. He didn't have an election, and he canceled the election. And that's a problem to me. You know, we wanted to read that off to you because that is huge, having a faith-based operation in the White House and having your AG go ahead and investigate all this targeting of Christians. Trump pardoned, what, 23 people?
Yep.
23 people, one which was a black woman. Okay, we're going to get to that. And he pardoned 23 people that they really wrongfully arrested for doing basically nothing. Gave her 3 years. you ain't killed nobody, nothing. How you get 3 years, bro? Dog, you ain't hit nobody. You ain't ran over nobody, man. Stop.
Here we go.
Pen, sir, as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next, we have a set of pardons for peaceful pro-life protesters who were prosecuted by the Biden administration for exercising their First Amendment rights.
Do you know how many?
I believe it's 23, sir.
23 people were prosecuted. They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this.
Yeah, I want to know who's mad at that. Hey, Charmaine, we see you out there. We see you, Kyle Mile. We thank everybody for joining in out there. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Who's going to be mad? This country was founded on Christianity. Absolutely, it was founded on Christianity. And we all know it. And a lot of people got a lot of odds about the Bible. I'm going to put it out there, bro. Y'all, you know, a lot of people got a lot of odds about the Bible, who wrote it, where it come from. Look, man, I would join with anybody to do good and nobody to do bad. Put it that way. Now, when you got stuff in the Bible telling you to treat your neighbor like yourself, I think I'll be down with that. Okay, regardless of who wrote that. That's a good thing. Because so nobody doing nothing to them they wouldn't do to nobody else. That's a fact. So we're gonna stay on this Christian. So I'm glad the man put that out there, and he's been doing stuff like that. And he's the only one been wanting to stop wars, talking about he don't want no more killing going on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we got stuff like this, man, we got to understand that, you know, it's a big deal. We got a woman we're going to show you that was just released by Donald Trump, was pardoned, and she was locked up for a violation of abortion violation. I think what she was doing was blocking the entrance or something. I mean, you have to get 3 years.
Look at us. Look at.
Her name was Beverly Williams. Okay. Beverly Williams got a pardon from Donald Trump. They gave the woman 3 years. How you get 3 years for just blocking a little entrance way? Who does that? I mean, come on. They could move her out of the way.
They could have put her on probation.
Yeah, at least that.
They had to give her 3 years in prison.
Well, and I didn't see nobody crying about separating her from her kids after she broke the so-called law. I mean, you break the law, now you mad because they separate all Mexicans and people coming across the border from their kids and want to give them $500,000 because they got separated from their kids. They separate this woman on some violation like that, which ain't no big law. It ain't even as serious as breaking into the country. I'm just telling you. And they don't get nothing, and they trying to protect that. Man, this thing is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we was getting out of these administrations, man. Me and Bo just had to talk about it. When you bring in Christianity and when you bringing back in facts and when you bringing back in treating people like they ought to be treating, stop the killing and stuff like that. I don't see how you can go against this, bro.
Nah, me either.
You know, I don't see how you can go against it. It's so many different things. And Trump also, we said we was going to talk about a lot of these projects, that a lot of these executive orders that Trump put into place. Who going to be against men staying in men's sports?
Yeah.
Women staying in women's sports.
Well, we got instances like all kind of stuff like this going on.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Finished first in both the girls 200 at the Portland Interscholastic League Championships. A trans sophomore runner for McDaniel High School finished first in both the girls 200 meter and the 400 meter. You can see the athletes speeding by their competition here. The athlete, formerly a male, is allowed to compete under the OSA rules as a girl and will compete this weekend at state. They have the top 200 meter time in the state and the third best time in the 400 meter. Neither time would have made the podium on the boys' side. At the Portland Interscholastic.
Where was the women at the end of the race? I'm saying ain't no women nowhere near this man. I mean, I don't know how many people think this thing is right. This man done went all the way around the track and you don't see a woman nowhere near.
And they said the man time wouldn't even had made it qualified on the boys' side.
Yeah, exactly. So you just run off and leave all the women out there. I mean, how many people think that's okay, man?
My daughter wouldn't race against him. He'd be
No.
out there running by himself.
He sure would. That's what they need to do. What, you know, you can't run with this joker. What is he, 6'6", legs long as a giraffe? Come on, man. I'm serious, man. This thing is chirping. That's what we talking about, man. Doing stuff and getting away with stuff back. Man, get back to some orderly stuff in this country, man.
Yeah.
Keeping stuff in check, you know. Okay, Timo, we see you out there, nephew. But you know, I'm telling you, man, we have to understand, man, that some good is being done. I don't know who's gonna go against Christianity. They was taking it, this is all over the country. They had a man that was praying on the other side in the UK. He was praying on the other side of the street from an abortion clinic. On the whole other side, he was just praying. They locked the man up and gave him, I think, 3 or 4 years in prison in the UK. Y'all can look that story up. And this man, they locked him up for that. This stuff, this anti-Christian thing is going on all around the world. That's what they've been trying to implement. I don't know if you know your Bibles or not, but that's what the Bible said that was going to go on. Okay, now it's going on. They trying to implement anti-Christian things everywhere. That's why Trump called the man Zelensky a dictator, because he went and every Christian church he closed down over there. Yeah. He knew to stream how everyone doing.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, we welcome you. We welcome you to the stream. Yeah, we thank everybody. Y'all know what to do. Like and share the page. Throw your cash apps up.
Hey,
That's what we do.
Constantly push that like button. If you want to just keep hitting it for us, just keep hitting it. It'll make people come
Yeah,
in.
that's how the algorithm react to you hitting that like button more than one time.
You gonna only get one like out the deal, but just pushing it, put it on more
Platform.
exactly.
Yeah,
more
it'll
pages.
spread it out. You know, and that's what we're talking about today. We're trying to figure out what's next. Okay, we have heard about supposedly we might get $5,000 a piece from Donald Trump now. You know, but you know, that's another thing to deal with. Do y'all like him finding all this money flow, all this extra money out
Man,
there?
I looked at the list. I mean, like I say, man, this is not a show to come on here. We ain't gay bashing. We always say that you can do whatever you want to do as a human, but the only thing is you can't push it as right.
Right.
Especially when you take right and make it wrong.
Exactly. I don't like that.
You'll take right and make it wrong, but you'll make wrong right.
Yeah. Well, I don't care what nobody do inside their bedroom. I don't care what they put on and wear around here. Don't come to me telling me it's right when I know it ain't right. When I know it goes against every moral principle out there, man. I am not gonna make excuses. Somebody say, well, Donald Trump said it, and I've got this from somebody. Somebody say, well, Donald Trump said he wanted to grab some woman's crotch. Okay, yeah, he did that. Do I think that's right? No. I'm gonna agree to that. My thing is, I can't make that right. You know?
So I can use that 5K.
Yeah, everybody can use that 5K. I mean, if he puts it out there, but that was the talk. Doing something like that or taking away federal
But my thing is,
taxes.
for
Period.
that to be the talk. Now he in office. Now he ain't talking about sending no money nowhere else.
Exactly.
He's talking about getting it to you.
Exactly.
For the life of me, I don't understand why we against that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're against it because people tell you to be against it. That's what the problem is. You know, when somebody tell you to be against something, you're against it. That's why. Because somebody tells you to. Not because of your own, not because you noticed that, but somebody tells you to be against this and you're against it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, people talk about it, and we didn't get to this cabinet thing, which I wanted to get to in the last session, Blow, about people talking about it was an all-black cabinet. It was an all-white cabinet. Donald Trump didn't put one black guy in there. Well, I'm sorry, but if you go back and start counting the black people that was in Joe Biden's cabinet, you still didn't have but two. Okay, that's the deal. You still didn't have but two people in the cabinet that was black. And you had a black man for 8 years in there, and you go back and count his cabinet and see how many blacks was in a black man's
we
cabinet.
keep telling you, they love to use Indians and dango Hispanics as people of color.
Right, but they're not black.
And we already said who identifies number one in DEI.
Exactly.
White women.
Yeah, and blacks is on the bottom. We already said that, and most people run around here marching on targets, okay? And you the last one to get something out of DEI. I don't see the white women out there marching on target. I don't see the Latinos marching on target.
You know about your children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews having black history.
Not having black
history and curriculum, but we'll learn about Christopher Columbus.
I think they got it in curriculum. I don't think they took black history out of curriculum. Everything that I've seen didn't show me that they took black history out of curriculum. What they took out of curriculum was that, what was that they had in there? Not DEI, but it was the other thing. We had the show, the CRT, the critical race theory is what they took out. You know, we showed you the clip on Michelle Tafoya on what they did to her child. Is the reason she quit sports altogether. She quit the sports thing because she didn't she wanted to go home with her child simply because she noticed one day that her child wasn't talking to a friend of his, which they was real close. She's white. Her child's son was playing with another black guy, a black kid, and she noticed all of a sudden they stopped being friends. And she was saying, well, what happened to your friend that y'all used to be together? And he told her
about
that
affinity groups.
Yeah, about groups they had put in school to where you hang with your people and they hang with their people, and that caused a division.
Yeah, at lunchtime you can only sit and chat and mingle with those of your own race.
Yeah. Now that's CRT. That's what they was taking out. They wasn't taking black history out.
The ones that hate Trump will be the first ones at the bank cashing out.
Yeah, that's it.
And then still ain't gonna keep it 100 and say he did something for him.
Yeah,
that'd be my thing. That was so messed up.
Yeah, that was messed up. I mean, doing stuff like that. That's what they was taking out of school. And everybody went to say they taking away Black history. Go to Florida example. They swear they took Black history. They did not take Black history. They teach it. And matter of fact, it's mandated to be taught in every school in Florida. They ain't take away Black history. That's a misconception. And just because somebody say one thing, they run with a lie.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Just like the whole thing they talking about the student funding. Man, I got people lying talking about, man, them people is not taking no student loan money.
Yeah,
The only thing they did was they put a freeze on the spending so they could see where the money went.
absolutely.
And best believe all the politicians scared of that.
Absolutely.
Because you got
scared
all
of it.
these people making $200,000-$300,000 a year, got $20 million houses.
Yeah.
I mean, that math don't add up.
Well, we did a show. Then we do a show a couple of shows back where they was talking about, oh, the guy just went and made him a video saying that he seen where Donald Trump told the people that women, what if they baby daddy were paying child support, that they would not get any tax, and it was going to go to the man, which was a complete lie. But that lie went around the world in a half a day before the truth ever got up out the bed. It's done went all the way around the world.
Yep. And they said Trump tweeted. You can't find the tweet nowhere.
It's no tweet nowhere. It hasn't been one. And the guy came back on saying, well, he just said that, and yeah, to get himself out of hot water. So that's what I'm saying. When you jump on information like that that's not being vetted, then that's what you get. You have everybody talking about, well, a baby mama ain't gonna get no taxes because the baby daddy paid child support, and then he gonna get the money.
Mhm.
That was not true, man. It wasn't nowhere. He didn't see no tweet like that. He lied. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why you have to do your homework. You got to be vigilant. You got to stay in the now, because these people are full of tricks.
Yeah. I mean, they got you thinking that it's a bad thing to be, eliminating the stuff they're trying to do. They want to teach Black people that they the oppressed, and white little kids that they the ancestors of the oppressor.
Right. Or they are the oppressors. That's what they're teaching them.
But who want to teach kids like that, man? These kids slobbing on each other's face, playing. Man, you take two kids in kindergarten and put them together, man. These people are all on each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't teach my child that they being oppressed. I don't want you to teach that they can't do nothing. See, because they'll get in that mindset and we'll get what we got out here on the streets today.
Yep.
Stop teaching my children or my child something like that. Don't teach them that they can't do anything. You teach them that they can do whatever they want to do.
Classic media lies.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. And then you believe anything you hear.
Yeah.
You believe anything you hear, man. The man come out and say that there's only gonna be two genders and everybody can get in an uproar. Like that ain't what God said.
Yeah, exactly. Or that you know for a fact that's all it is. You know, you can make up what you want to, but that's not it. What you hear, only what you see.
Yeah.
And half of what you see. Because the head is
Well,
quicker
AI
than the
now,
eye.
you can't believe that on AI now.
Exactly.
AI trick I be saying, boy, they got people moving all kind of crazy eyes. You can't believe your eyes.
Yeah, you can't believe it. But me and Blow come out here every week to try to give you some truth and help steer you in the right direction. That's why we come on here. We don't just come on here just to come.
Yeah, and when we say that they attacking Christianity, we speak on all the stuff that they do.
Right there, Calvin. That's the key. Professional victim. That's what they teach you to be.
Yep.
A professional victim.
That's it.
You can get people like Oprah Winfrey. You can get people like Al Sharpton. You can get all these people out there telling you, oh, y'all wanted DEI. Y'all wanted this here. But guess what?
Yep.
Why don't you go check and see who's Oprah Winfrey's accountant?
Yep.
I mean, find out who her accountant is and see if he's black or white. What about Al Sharpton? Who looking at his money? They was talking about the four-star general that just got replaced. Oh, he was a black man, this, that, and the other. And over the Pentagon. And the Pentagon ain't passed a budget in the last 10 years. You ain't passed an audit yet. So they're talking about, well, we're going to replace him with a less qualified. I don't think you qualified if you can't pass an audit, brother. I'm just saying. Now, I done seen Oprah Winfrey's new person she put in charge of her money, and he is not black by no stretch of the imagination. We was going to put him on last week, but we didn't.
The Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, boy, we was going to talk about that, but we didn't get to it yet. But we can go ahead and stress about
I
Kendrick
forgot.
Lamar.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, okay, Kendrick Lamar, they saying he had a lot of hidden messages in the prisons and the stuff like that in there. Yeah, I get all of that, man. But me personally, I think you ought to left that for another day and just did your show, man. Come on, man, just do your show. The hidden messages and stuff. People told me, well, Mac, that's the only way he can get it out, get his message out. No, it ain't. Don't just put on big concerts all the time. Put it out there, man. I mean, put it out there where it's supposed to be. I mean, I ain't trying to read into no subliminal nothing. You shouldn't, these time and days, you shouldn't have to put nothing on subliminal. You should be able to go out there, say what you got to say what's on your mind, and put it out there. I don't have to do no subliminal type of stuff, man. That's crazy.
You said it was boring.
Yeah, it was. It was boring to me too. I'm just saying, man, I'm looking at all this stuff and Uncle Sam out there. Man, come on, man. He did it for him. Well, maybe he did do it from him, but it didn't mean nothing to nobody else. When you put all that subliminal stuff, man, that just goes
I'm gonna tell you
over
something.
everybody's head.
They did something to Trump I didn't like at the Super Bowl too. Did you see when they showed Trump at the Super Bowl? They showed the man look like Schindler's List. You ain't see it?
No.
So they showed Trump. I don't know if anybody else seen this but me, but in the beginning they showed Trump. They said the president is here. And then they showed a whole bunch of people standing, look like they had on gray, like Nazi suits, standing in front of look like a big prison. Who else saw that?
I didn't see it, man.
Who else saw that? I know I ain't the only one that saw that. They showed Donald Trump, and then they showed like some soldiers standing in front of what looked, man, it looked like something out of Schindler's List.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, I wasn't looking for no subliminal nothing. I was just looking for a good halftime show.
If nobody else saw that but me, I definitely need to pull that up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure I show that to everybody.
Well, yeah, we need to see that. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, he was a great artist from what I hear. I don't know much about his music, but what I'm saying is sometimes you got to say that for another day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let the day be what it was, man. I mean, that's when you want to get out and put your subliminal message out that nobody really caught. Now everybody got to go back and try to dissect what you put out there.
My thing is, I think that, I mean, I definitely think he should do the song that made you famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I mean, that was my whole thing.
Yeah.
He didn't do the song that made him famous. I mean, you got to do. You got
what everybody know you for, man.
The music that made you famous.
Yeah, do that kind of stuff, man. Just get out there and do that kind of stuff, man, and keep it moving. You could, if you wanted to talk about it, you can get a press conference anytime. Kendrick Lamar can get a press conference with anybody on any time at any time and say what you got to say, man. You shouldn't be trying to hide nothing and hide what you got to say these days. Say what you got to say. If you think it was some slavery going on or is going on or whatever you feel like, go ahead and say it. Me and Blow gonna tell you what we feel like right here on this thing. I mean, you know, we looking at it from another perspective. Me and Blow just take it down the middle. I take everybody at their word till I see something. Everybody saying, well, you won't get $5,000. Well, we might not. Donald Trump said that's a possibility. I didn't hear him confirm it actually, but he said that's something they think about.
I mean, my thing is if it come out his mouth, it might happen.
It's a possibility to happen.
And you know what? I mean, and that's better than have the stuff that people say he said that they ain't never heard.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it. The man say something out of his mouth, you don't believe it, but everything that you say he said, you ain't never heard it come out of his mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy. It was funny to me. Well, I mean, it was because I didn't understand all that crap he had going on. He wasn't and didn't like the song because it wasn't saying nothing to me.
I'm gonna find that video though. I'm gonna show y'all because I don't know. I can't believe I'm the only one that saw that.
Yeah,
because I was sitting there watching it. I'm like in the room. I'm like, y'all ain't just see that.
Yeah.
Like they showed Trump and then they tried to make it look like his military was like the Nazis.
Right, I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you. I see what you said. Well, I mean, it's just all kind of tricks going on out here. My thing is, how can you not like somebody? And most people, hey, Dallas, we see you, glad you made it. How can you not like somebody that's attempting to do something? I didn't know so many people love the government.
Exactly.
I didn't know y'all, so many people love the government and let them send their money out the door. I mean, money for condoms, they want to come back and say, well, the condoms were going to the people in Africa. I love the people in Africa, but your $50 million worth of condoms is a little bit too much, bro.
Man, we ain't talking about, like I said, we don't be talking about bashing.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got money going to every country, every state.
Except here.
Yep, all around the world.
Except here. You need that here, man. All this money they got going out the back door through Biden, them, man, through this USAID. They want it to be aid, but it's not aid. They use that money, man, to overthrow government, topple governments. Y'all don't know this stuff, man.
And if you got anything negative to say about Elon, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Elon gonna make it where you get something out the deal. Y'all need to chill out on Elon, because Elon finding money everywhere.
Well, and they talking about, well, he shouldn't be looking into everybody's Social Security. Want that? Look, the man got $400 billion.
Man,
Money ain't his problem, man. So he ain't doing that just to be doing it. He got other things to be doing, man.
Man.
Come on.
Y'all
Pay
got
attention.
y'all got y'all information on YouTube, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on TikTok, on all this other stuff, but you worried about Elon having it. You got it everywhere else.
Hey, you
It's
see
all
who was
over.
crying? You see who was crying? All these people up there, the Democrats up there crying like crazy about somebody checking into the money. I don't understand that. I'm not mad because you checking into the money. The money, I go out and work every single day, man. I work hard. And the taxes they take out of my check, man, is astronomical. Yeah, and I want to know where the hell it's going. If it ain't going right here, I'd rather give it to somebody right here on the street. You can take my tax money that you take out of mine and go find somebody on the streets of Charlotte and give it to them, and I'll be happier than you sending it anywhere and I don't know where it's going. I'd rather you just go take it and give it to the nearest man on the street that might need some help. I'd be happier doing it that way.
Yeah, but they come on here and argue with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you want your money just to go anywhere.
Anywhere, and you don't know where it's going or what it's doing, and it's flying out the back door faster than you can make it. Ain't nobody here getting help.
Nope.
Dog, come on, man. Everybody knows you got to take care of this place. First of all, you ain't no use. It's going to fall apart. I mean, come on, you ain't getting these people nothing.
Somebody showed the video the day the bald eagle eating out the trash.
Those books. Yeah. Don't you dare open those books. You're right, Kyle Mal. Don't open those books. You know, I get excited. Man, I'm really passionate about this stuff. People don't understand. I'm really passionate about the country, man, and getting the country back on right track. Elon must need to fund condom budget. Yeah, oh man.
No, but Elon telling you that that's where the money going.
Exactly.
They said that the Democrats had a $50 million condom budget.
Exactly. That was going out the back door.
Elon found it.
Yeah. Come on, man. It was going over to Africa. Now they swear, well, it was to Africa to help prevent their AIDS. Look here, man. Them people over there still getting AIDS every day. They ain't using them things. 13 children, 18 children. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Elon Musk got 13 kids.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. That's what the Bible says. Be fruitful and multiply. I think black people done got away from that. I'm gonna be honest with you. That you got to multiply to keep this earth going. You didn't know that? Now we got black women these days don't want to have one child, if that. Yeah. And I mean, what grandma had? 8, 10, how many? 18, 13, a bunch of them. That they did what was really supposed to be done.
Yeah, and then they fearmongers like I said all day. I say they always talking about it's a shortage of this, it's a shortage of eggs, it's a shortage of this. If you ride, like I say, the world ain't even inhabited.
Right. Exactly.
Especially over here in America. Now you might go somewhere like over there across in Africa and see people everywhere you look and turn.
But Flo, don't you think it's strange that on every hand, on every single hand, they turning around telling you to have an abortion and want to bring people in? I'm just saying, why ain't they tell you to have kids and stop bringing people in? How about that? Oh, it's some money out there. You ain't got to have the money. The government got the money. They don't have to charge what they charge. I got one fault right now against Donald Trump now. I wanted to make a TikTok video, but I didn't know how to do it. I'm gonna tell you something. I like to learn to get on TikTok. I got a fault against Donald Trump right now because I think the next people that ought to be getting how to be looked into is all these insurance companies. Straight ripoffs. Everything from the medical insurance to the car insurance to any other insurance that you have to have. That's a ripoff. Now, I heard somebody talking about, I don't know where I read this at because I look at a lot of information. Anyway, I heard somebody talking about, why don't they just have Medicaid for all? Look, other countries doing it right now. China got Medicare for all. Russia got Medicare for all. I'm going to tell you something. Cut out the middleman. The middleman is the insurance company. That's who need to be slap out of all of these deals because they go and rob the people. And so you get the doctors and stuff robbing the insurance company. And then they turn around and rob us. That's how they go. Yeah. If you had the money, if you got the money, but you don't have to have the money. They're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. What they got to do is pay the wages. Don't pay the wages to a few, pay the wages to everybody. Me and Blo talked about this last week. It's not the government jobs to support our family. That is our job. No, well, it is. It's the government's job to give everybody a good job. How about that? It's a government job to pay everybody a living wage. We talked about this last week or the week before. We talked about people will go out there and pick oranges in the field. If you pay them a living wage, well, you give people $35, they'll go out there. Those insurance companies should reimburse us for the months we don't need them. Absolutely. Instead of getting filthy rich and keeping all the money, and when you have an accident, they want to cancel you or not pay. Either way. That's the same way you have health insurance. Then you go down there and you use your health insurance, and then doggone, they ain't paid nothing, and you wind up paying it all. How many people do that on a regular basis? Yeah. Or you go down there and you got a copay that's higher than the bill. Where'd that come from? Or somebody go down there and they take labs off of you, want to charge you $500. Ain't no $500 worth of labs you done, man. It ain't cost nobody no $500. Plus, they get to keep your blood. You know what they do with the blood that they keep, right? They sell it. Yeah. That's what they do with your blood. When they take all that blood out of all them valves, they take that blood and they sell it again. Now, you ain't even gave me my blood back, and you still charging me this astronomical price. Give my blood back, man. Even if I ain't going to use it, give it back. At least you ain't sold it. No.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so high, man, and it's ridiculous. That's the order I got against Trump and them, because they ain't addressed that yet, and I'm waiting on them to address that. If not, I'm going to be addressing it to them. Y'all need to get with these insurance companies, man.
No, I didn't like Obamacare because it took out my tax return because I didn't get it.
No, not necessary. No, see, Lady P, I'm going to tell you something about that Obamacare. Maybe you didn't know. But I'm going to tell y'all something about Obamacare that you didn't know. It was income-based. That was the problem. I had Obamacare one time, and when I didn't have an income, oh, man, I'm telling you, insurance was like $80 a month. You know what I'm saying? For me and my family. You know, $80, that ain't nothing. I like that. The next year, when I got on my feet, it was $600 a month just for me. After income tax, just after you filed the tax, it was based on your money and your income taxes. They see what you make on your income tax. Then they do it. Now you're talking about $600 a month just for me. You add the family on there. Now you got what, $800-900 a month for insurance, and they ain't got no kind of insurance. That's why it was piss poor. If you making me pay for somebody that ain't got it, that's basically what's going on. Instead of the government paying that pay, okay. He could have did that. That would have been a good Obamacare. But you can't do that based on what nobody's making. Because as soon as a person try to make money, you stealing it out of their pocket. That's why that happens. That's what happens. So I'm trying to tell you that Obamacare was garbage. You know, 700, right? It was 700. It should have. And that's just for me. Should have been 800. And it would have been 800, 900. Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about, man. That thing was so ridiculous. You couldn't afford insurance no more. Once you started making something, they want to snatch it back from you. So now at this point, you ain't making nothing. That's why Obamacare was simply trash. That's why so many people didn't like it. That's why it was so unpopular. They taking money from me to pay for you. Why don't the government just pay it? Mm-hmm. You paying for everybody else. How many illegals come over here and they paying all that money to them? That's what I want to know. And ain't nobody hollering about it. How come that same person ain't saying, well, you're giving it free to the illegals? How come you can't give it free over here? Don't tell me they can't give it free, man. That's garbage. Yeah. No, that wasn't both of us. That was just 600 for just me. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that was crazy. You made too much for it to benefit you. I would rather have the higher income than. No, you wouldn't, because as soon as you get higher income, guess what come with that? Taxes come with that. Yeah. Now you got higher prices for insurance. You ain't made nothing. I'm just telling you, you ain't made nothing. A little bit that you done tried to make, you ain't making nothing, and you're probably working hard. Yeah, that's the problem with that.
You don't want to pay $600-700 on top of the money they're taking out.
Thank you. And on top of the taxes they taking out. Are you serious? Yeah, ain't no too much to benefit nobody. Yeah, they're going to get that on the back end on taxes. Mm-hmm. What? Are you serious? Not only on taxes, then you're going to have to turn around and pay taxes at the end of the year. How about that? Yep. Yeah, they ain't no too much. That's why the thing wasn't right. Yeah, well, I don't mind you being a government employee. That's all the VA is government employee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you wasn't paying for mine. I tell you that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's crazy. Yeah, you weren't paying for mine. But in other countries, doctors are government employees. Not all of them ain't. It's still, you can still privatize. You can still have your own. You can still have your own doctor. You know, you can still have your own doctor. You don't have to privatize the whole thing. But if people wanted to join up for Medicare for all, they could. The only drawback I have on having free Medicaid and Medicare for people is that you'll get a dictator, a real dictator like Joe Biden, that something will come along they want you to put in your body and they won't give you no health care because they want you to stick this unknown foreign substance in your body that's giving people heart attacks and all kind of stuff that you don't know about. That's the only drawback I get about the government doing something like that, because you will get a real dictator like what we had in this thing. You know, we did have a real dictator in charge. Anybody force somebody off their freaking job because they won't take an experimental thing to put in their body. Yeah. So I'm just telling you, that's what the problem is. Don't tell me about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a real dictator. All them people lost all their jobs. Thank God that the U.S. Supreme Court gave it back to them. Look at all the people they kicked out of the military, okay, that Trump gave them their jobs back. We got a couple more clips we want to show y'all, you know, on this thing about them taking out our faith, taking our faith from us and kicking out everything that's dealing with God out of the White House. Man, I'm just talking about, to me, man, that's just some blasphemy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, let's just go to some more stuff what we was talking about as far as, you know, they just making everything that ain't normal.
Argentina,
Yeah.
Alba Ruada is a transgender woman who was kicked out of classrooms, barred for sitting for exams, refused job opportunities, subjected to violence, and rejected by her family. But in the face of these challenges, she worked to end violence and discrimination against the LGBTQI+ community in Argentina.
Any award, I feel like any award that goes to a woman how to get it. And ain't no man imitating a woman should get no award that's going to a woman.
And it's all good that it's a woman that was picked on and all this stuff and showed courage. That's the man of courage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's all it is.
We
a
got
man
to
of
come.
courage.
I mean, because anything else, that's mental health.
Exactly.
I mean, that's mental health type of stuff right there.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. They got us really suffering from mental health at their own dime.
Yeah.
Because anybody that tell me that it's okay to give, you know, that young man, woman of courage, and I know my aunt got 5 jobs.
Right.
And my mama ain't gonna see a day off for 30 days from now.
Right.
She need to get that woman a courage award.
Absolutely.
She qualified for it.
Exactly. In every aspect.
Way more qualified than the person that received
Any
it.
woman qualifies more than the person that received that award. The woman of courage. It's a lot of women of courages out here. They do a whole lot. We don't forget that. They do a whole lot.
You can go to the hospital and get a young lady that's fresh out the womb, more qualified than that.
Yeah. You know, that's what me and Blow be talking about, man. All this stuff was anti-Christian stuff. I don't know, and I got a big out against all the pastors and all the preachers that ain't calling this stuff out. I mean, man, you got to call this stuff out because you want $1 in tithes or whatever. Come on, man. You got to call it out. You calling out everything else in the church. You calling out thieves, robbers, and all this stuff. You got to call it all out. You know, it is what it is. I mean, but you still got to call it out. I ain't got nothing against transgenders. I ain't got nothing against people that's doing their own thing. Just don't come to me telling me it's right when I know it's wrong. As simple as that. 2 men with 2 men is wrong. Sleeping with that dead wrong. It's a lot of other stuff that's wrong out here too. Don't get it twisted.
And it ain't wrong in the sense of it's wrong. It's wrong in the sense of 2 men ain't gonna procreate, and neither is 2 women.
Exactly.
And that's the way that it's meant to be.
Exactly.
So it's wrong in that sense.
Yeah, because that's what you was here for, to procreate. If you know, if you put men with men and women with women that don't nothing, this whole world would die off. It would die off because you got nobody to procreate.
And can't nobody argue that.
It's no argument with it, and you know that. You know, and they running around with pregnant men on the pictures.
That's mental health stuff. I mean, that's mental health stuff.
Exactly. Come on, man. You got a pregnant man there. Stop it, man.
Yeah, you put that in front of Biden, and they got something positive to try to. The media got something to try to sway you to think that's all right.
Yeah.
But you mad at Trump, and he gonna tell you that's foolishness.
Exactly. Exactly what it is. Foolishness. Just like all this money they finding and hiding and sending out the back door to every country in the world and circling it back around, like my man said, right back around to the politician's pocket. I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats. All of them getting that money circled back around to them. And that's not right on either level. Find the waste, fraud, and abuse and kick it out of there. If you kick it out of there, then you might have a chance to get a lower interest rate. You might have a chance to get a lower price on eggs. People keep telling me, oh, man, stuff is going up. Man, stuff been going up. When was it going down? Yeah, I'm just saying, when has it went down?
Exactly. Who with a good mental health created that?
Yeah.
I mean, and ain't nobody protesting against that.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody protests against everything that is foolishness, but everybody just let that slide.
Yeah.
Just like all the women let that what we just showed you slide.
Yeah.
I ain't not one time seen the media on there talking nothing about that. Of women protested in Washington saying no man should get a woman the courage award.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you got women out here that's pilots. You got women that's dango scientists and fly rockets and work SAM jobs and all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But you don't hear not one woman. And I know that they got our women, I guess, scared or either thinking they're going to give them something. That's the only way that women out here right now sitting over there still looking because they think them people going to give them something. And them people ain't never gave them nothing good. And when I ask people this question, what has the Democrat ever done for a black person? Give me a policy that they had put down that actually helped black people. Welfare didn't help, so you didn't even start there. Yeah, that was designed to keep you down.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think. It was designed to destroy grandma and granddaddy's legacy.
Yeah,
that's all welfare did. Welfare destroyed grandma and granddaddy's legacy.
Yeah, that's exactly did that, and made people lazy and didn't want to work.
Yep.
Yeah, they wanted them to be on the government's dime.
By the time grandma and granddaddy passed away, all the kids had got their mentality shifted. They were fighting over trying to sell it and split the money up, and now grandma ain't in the ground yet. They done sold the house.
Okay, well, let's talk about all these layoffs that's going on. Because I had people, man, I'm going back and forth with people about all these government layoffs. Well, most of y'all know that, first of all, you at home trying to work for the government, which you ain't doing that. Everybody know how the government go. If you done ever had a government job or been attached or affiliated with the government, you ain't really doing that and getting a check.
Oh, and we're gonna talk about all them IRS agents.
Yeah.
I mean, they told you Biden. So Trump put out the PPE to help people.
Right.
Biden go right back and hire 80,000 IRS agents to look up the money to try to lock somebody up.
Yeah.
You included.
Yeah, especially you.
You included. Yeah. And then I got somebody arguing with me the other day saying, oh, your president fined all them IRS agents. Well, if you got a PPE loan and you ain't went to jail, you need to be thanking the man.
Exactly. Because you should have been in there if you gonna talk about something.
They probably would. They
something.
were probably looking through your file.
Yeah, they was, and they were gonna come after you too. You ought to be thanking them for getting rid of all them. Hey, what was it? 80,000?
80,000.
$80,000. Man, come on, man.
Me and Art make this stuff up. Grab your phone, Google. How many IRS agents did the Biden administration hire?
Yeah, 80,000. Come on, man. And you taking them 80,000 just for the rich people? Hey, you
but they
gonna be checking out the rich people.
No, but they told us though.
Huh?
Yeah, they told us though. That was to investigate the PPE loans that was given out by the Trump administration.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Yeah, now you coming in here to look through all the people saying it ain't for the rich people behind all them people. They was coming after you, Nick. Trust me. And you still looking crazy. Oh, he firing people. I didn't know. I'm serious. I didn't know we really love the government like that. And when the government ain't never did nothing but cheat, steal. Don't y'all know that the government? Let me give you a little.
What did he say? The professional victims.
Yeah.
Like a professional rear view mirror looker out.
We done told you this before, but I'm gonna give you that war in Ukraine. That was instituted by the United States, of course, right? You know that, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that in 2014 we staged a coup.
It was 16.
Oh, it was 16 or 14?
It was 16.
You sure?
I think it was 16.
I think we're 14, but
Okay,
we
one of
took it out. One of these, they staged a coup over in Ukraine. Okay, they took out the elected. Them people did not elect Zelensky. Our people took Zelensky out and took the other national democratically elected person out and put Zelensky in there. We did that.
Yep.
That's one thing. So that's one thing how this war got started. Yeah, we were directly responsible. Okay, I think Obama was in there at that time. Okay, anyway, we started that coup, and those people in the Donbass area, which was the outskirts of Ukraine, they separated themselves because they didn't like what we had done. Okay, and come over there and infiltrated their state thing through USAID. Okay, infiltrated that. They came over there, so they didn't like it. So what did Zelensky start doing? Shelling them people in the Donbass area. Yeah, he killed up a bunch of them, and Putin told him to cut it out. And guess what? He wouldn't cut it out. So that's when he started coming in there telling them, you're going to stop this. But then the media told you that Putin is the worst man in the world. Okay. Yeah. And when we the ones that started it. That's what they've been doing all around the world, brother. And so y'all will know what's really going on. They've been doing a lot of this trash through USAID for your information. All that money going out, they do that. They set up governments, knock governments down. Look at Gaddafi, the way they did him. All these people, man.
Yeah, I seen someone.
Yeah, that's curve.
I seen the other day they talking about African leader said that he want the military presence to leave Africa. Me and Art showed you on the show. Trump ain't never had nobody over there. The first day Biden was in office, he sent them over there.
He sent troops.
But now they all on the media saying that the man in Africa mad at Trump, saying that we need to take our troops back out of Africa like Trump did it.
Yeah.
They're making them the fall guy.
Exactly.
When we showed you on this very show that on Biden's first day, he sent them people over there to Ethiopia.
And them people
we even showed you the protest.
Yeah, them people were protesting like a sun gun up in D.C.
We showed you this.
But the media didn't show you that.
No,
we had to show you
We showed you this.
Yeah. And I had no idea that they was protesting like that and what these people were doing over in the other country. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. That's what our government do. And so when did y'all start liking the government? I can understand. When did you start liking the government?
The oppressor.
Yeah.
Because if you really pay attention to it, Trump against the same oppressor you swear, but now you hate.
Right.
But you hate him. I don't understand.
Right.
I guess one day we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. And I started a little bit. Yes, big business. Yeah, I started a little bit on that 4-star general that they did.
Trillions of dollars they stole.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why Trump froze the money. He know
they
stole it.
Yeah, he know they've been stealing it. And the Pentagon ain't passed a doggone audit in the last 10 years.
And work your Google, people, man. Stop posting stuff you won't even Google now.
Yeah, and they can't even account for, what was it, $2 or $10 billion, something of that nature. They can't even account for it. So you fight a man in charge, the 4-star general, and you get mad. I mean, come on, man, the man ain't doing nothing. And you talking about, oh, he put a less qualified. I'm more qualified than him if he's going to lose $2 billion. I'm going to tell you something. It's hard to lose $2 billion and just not know where it went. Come on, man, stop playing, man. It's hard to lose that kind of money. And you just, oh, well, I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, really? The billions of dollars, you don't know what happened to it, so you responsible, and you talking about you qualified. I can be more qualified than that. Stop playing, man. Talking about a 3-star general, the stars don't mean nothing. You can have a 4-star general like Mark Milley, who ought to be hung for treason, which what he did when Trump was in office. The man was treasonous when they should have hung him, and Biden pardoned him. Oh, by the way, Biden pardoned everybody except for Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Fani Willis. Did y'all notice that? The people that they sent after Trump, they sent them after Trump. They was meeting with the White House. They was meeting with Biden them. Oh, but he forgot to pardon Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, which all of them ought to be going straight to jail, okay? And Fani Willis. They was all meeting on Biden's dime. That's how they use it. That's how Biden used you up, okay? So don't stop telling me about who is the doggone racist man. How come he didn't pardon them people going out the door? He did his son, he did his family, he did everybody else. He even did Fauci, who ought to be locked up and ate alive by flies like he did them puppies for starting all that COVID mess. And he know he did it. And he pardoned his ass. Yeah, I'm telling you, which he should have never had a pardon.
And I ain't seen him the last 4 years.
And you ain't going to see him because he hiding like a little rat. Yeah, that's what he doing out there. getting all them people killed. He know it was cures. He know it was cures from the beginning. And he wanted to push that narrative for Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Oh, and while we own Big Pharma, RFK. I heard people out there don't like RFK. Now, I don't understand what you don't like a man who's checking into all these different foods that's killing us. I don't know what you don't like about him. I mean, for real. Dog, the man gonna investigate all these foods that's killing everybody, all these vaccines, autisms and stuff, but you don't want him checking into it. Hey man, we can't make this stuff
To
up.
be honest with you, this is probably the best administration on history.
Ever in history.
In history.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming in.
Because
trying to
they're doing the
actually fix
same
up.
thing that a group of people would do.
Yeah.
Same thing me and Art and y'all would do.
Yeah.
That's it.
If all of us went into the White House, we're going to look for the money. Let's see what you've been doing with all the money.
Especially if we know you done sent all this money over there and y'all
Thank
ain't winning.
Thank you.
Somebody ain't get the money.
Yeah, somebody ain't get the money. You ain't won. You ain't winning. You ain't trying to win. You just trying to get a long war. Keep getting money.
Zelensky still over there talking about
Begging for
sending more
money.
money.
Yeah, begging for money. Man, are you serious?
Let's send that man $100 billion. He want more money.
Oh, I ain't got half of it. Oh, you didn't? So Biden them put the money where you couldn't even track the money. They didn't want no accountability for the money. They didn't track none of the money. They didn't want to know where it was going. Now, I don't know what you call that. To me, it's called stealing. Yeah, you don't want nobody to track the money? That's called stealing. I'm just been put it out there, right. They didn't want nobody tracking it. So now you don't know where half the money is. Zelensky say he ain't had half the money.
Mm-hmm. And Elon done went and found the money. The
Yeah.
money all over, everywhere but America.
Yeah, out of the country. Even Stacey Abrams got $2 billion from Biden, slipped through that old thing they put out there, infrastructure bill or whatever that was, and sent $2 billion to Stacey Abrams.
Mm-hmm. And USA did, well, they dismantled that.
And they ought to, as they should, and they need to get rid of the Pentagon. They need to get rid of the CIA. They need to trash the CIA. Period. That thing need to be dismantled. The way them jokers is, they just as bad. I mean, it's terrible out here, man. Oh, boy, our time go by so fast when we get on here. Shoot. Yeah. One thing for certain,
Two things for sure.
we're gonna tell the truth.
Because it's time.
It's time. Hey, we thank y'all for joining another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We come on every Sunday to do it this way. If you ain't liked and shared the page, don't throw your cash app up. But if you like and share the page, throw your cash app up and we'll make sure you get something.
Yep.
Yeah, we out of here, man. And thank y'all for joining in again. We just love